To my channel. My name is Mom Baby Beatricez. Welcome to Born to Be Free. And if you've been with me since I started my journey here on the continent, here in Tanzania, thank you so much for your love and support. We are growing for sure. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Karibu sana. Today we will be discussing expectations versus reality. Okay, and before we even get started, I want to say, guys, I know a lot of us content creator, we are here, to provide, various things like updates, especially with our experiences here on the continent. But please make sure you're doing your own research, because for people like myself, I've been here for about 4 months. And a lot of the requirements, travel requirements, have changed, especially for Tanzania. So make sure you're doing your due diligence and you are researching, because you don't wanna come all the way to a country and then you get stuck, or you have to be sent back and so forth. So yes, today we will be talking about expectations versus reality. Coming in, please, when you're coming in, come in with an open mind. The country is very beautiful, very beautiful, very peaceful indeed. But is the country like, is it going to be anything like you're used to? No. I've been here, I've been here long enough to kind of understand how things operate. For instance, in the US, a lot of us are used to just looking online, researching different places, neighborhoods we want to live in, looking at things like reviews and so forth, and then you schedule your appointment, you look at the prices, price range, you schedule your appointment, and pretty much you go view the property. Well, here it's a little bit different. A lot of the dalalis or agents, they have to physically go around and look at places based on your requirement. Like I didn't even know this. Like my old agent, she was like, yeah, she was telling me she forgot all about the place I'm staying at. She one day she was driving, she was like, oh yeah, I think B would like this place. So she came and knocked on the door and they answered, and yeah, and that's how she was able to find the place. But think about it, sometimes it's raining, it rains, especially during rainy season. Imagine them going around trying to find your place and stuff. So try to be a little bit more patient, especially because I know a lot of us here, we kind of complain like, things are not done the way we are accustomed to. But if you're looking for a new life, if you're looking for freedom, like, you can't nip and pick every little thing. That's not, I mean, it's not the same place. I'd rather be free than deal with racism or anything else. And also for me, the way I see it is, it's a lot of people coming in, they're not used to that. It's a lot of people coming in, and the way Tanzanians operate, like, everything is more so a community setting. And I've noticed, the first time I got here, I was surprised to see that all of the children, they walk around, they doing their own thing. They walk around playing with their little sticks. They're walking around from school, going to school. They walk by themselves. And when I first got here, I was like, wait, oh, those two little babies, they're by themselves. And I'm looking around for parents. And I remember my dad saying, no, yeah, they walk around by themselves all the time. So we have to factor that in. Because coming in, I was just like, okay, process, it seems like everything takes much longer, but you have to consider that, like, everything is a community, that their culture is more so like a community setting. And yeah, if your kids are walking around freely, you just not going to take just anyone and put them, wherever. That's pretty much how I view that. And another thing that is very different is that I notice is when you go to a restaurant in the US or Europe, just in the Western world, a lot of times it doesn't matter the size of the restaurant. You always wait on a table before you're seated, or if there's an empty table, you just go ahead and you just sit. Well, here that doesn't exist, okay? Unless you're going to, you know, restaurants that are owned by foreigners. Like if you go into a local restaurant, everybody shares table. It doesn't matter if they know you, they don't know you. If you go in, let's say for instance, if there's a table, there's 3 tables and one has 5 people sitting on there. There's another one has 2 people sitting on there, and other has 3, and you're debating like, where should I sit, where should I sit? The one that has 5 people on there might call you and say, hey, come on over. And they might end up grilling you because you're speaking King it is. I'm just kidding. No English today, okay? But yeah, so that's one thing I noticed that's very different, because I remember one of the first local restaurant I went into, it was a bunch of tables. The tables, to me, the other tables were empty. And then I went and sat down on one table, and this Dada came in. She sat right next to me, and I was like, maybe I'm sitting on her table. Let me go on the other side, and I moved, and everybody looked at me like, what is wrong with this girl? And my sis was like, no, B, that's, you know, that's the culture here. So yeah, so that's another thing, you know, that's different, and yeah, that's them. And another thing is, I really want to say to people, stop expecting Africa to be a utopia, especially Tanzania. Like, they're not humans. Like, you're expecting to come in and get that color purple love like me and you would never part my teeth. No, they're humans just like you. They're humans. They're used to their culture. Tanzania loves themselves. Tanzania loves being Tanzania, okay? I don't care how much money you have in the world, you will not change their mindset. I don't care how you look, they will not change their mindset. You can be the cutest thing ever, okay? You can have edges for days like me. They will compliment you and they will keep it moving, okay? They do not care. Tanzania loves being Tanzania, okay? All things Tanzania, all day, okay? I remember the first time I started learning my numbers. Do you know, almost everyone came over, started writing more numbers, started writing fruits, vegetables. Okay, this is how you say it. They love it, okay? When you want to embrace the culture and be Tanzania, okay? Tanzania loves that. Okay, and they love money too. And if you have money, sister, brother, Tanzanian, yes, they're gonna find a way, okay, to get some of that. But yeah, stop looking at them like, stop looking at Africa like, I'm gonna come, all my problems, everything's gonna be solved, nobody's gonna make fun of me, you know, like, no one's bothering you. You're a regular black human walking around. If you come in with your little shorts, if you come in with little tight little dresses, you know, yeah, you stand out. They will look at you, and that's about it. But other than that, like, don't come in expecting people to rescue you. You know, don't come in expecting the Africans to rescue you, okay? Because Tanzania will make fun of you. I still don't know how to cross the street. I don't know how they cross the street. I've been standing there like, today, come on, Masai energy, come on, come on, come on, just come on, come on. I need that energy so I could just fly across the street. But I don't know how to cross the street, especially at night. And you want to know what they did to me one time? Pretty much, it was probably like 4 or 5 dudes in this restaurant across the street from where I currently live. They just kept calling each other like, come, Americana, she's trying to cross the street. V, trying to cross the street. They kept calling each other, they called the Masai. They were there for a good 10 minutes and I was like, y'all so shady. Like, they were there like laughing at me trying to cross the street. And then it said, all you have to do is go to the middle, put your hands and tell the car to stop. Like, tell the car to stop. No, they sat there. Another thing is, don't come in expecting, you know, people to know exactly what's been going on with the Americans, especially with the, you know, killing of blacks history. Yeah, the same way a lot of us don't know anything about Tanzania, and I'm one of them. Still learning. There's a lot to learn about the country. But yeah, don't come in expecting people to, you know exactly what's going on with the Americans. Those that needs to know, or those that know, they know. Okay, they know exactly what's been going on. They know. But what I've noticed is majority of the citizens, yeah, you're American, and what they see on TV is way different. You know, is way different than what's actually, you know, going on in the Western world. And racism does not exist here. I don't even think Tanzanians like know majority of, let's say the locals. I'm not talking about those in certain positions or in power that knows exactly what's been going on in the world, but racism does not exist here. Muzungu, American, there's no such a thing as a white and black American. No, you're American. I think like all the blacks are put in that category, and yeah, whites are like just Muzungu. They don't differentiate. They don't. So don't come in with that mindset like, hey, you know, people know exactly what's going on. Yeah, a lot of people don't. They honestly don't know. Like, their world, when I say they're operating in a different world, they're literally operating in a different world. They're not in that Western mindset where it's like racism, colorism, disrism. Like, none of that. They don't know what that is. Yeah. And what else? Oh, the biggest thing, Tanzania. If you think, okay, blacks in the US don't know time, man, baby, Tanzanian, pole, they're relaxed. Okay, I don't care what it is they're doing. It can be the biggest business deal ever. It can be you trying to go to school, trying to, whatever it is, they're relaxed. Okay, they're not on this constant rat race, you know, of doing things. They're very relaxed. They're very laid back, you know. Even for example,